We about to hit you with the recap like Aaron Judge with a bat, because we touching on facts, and plus we up in these hats. It's Nick's real talking, we cut from a different cloth. We cook a Nick broth with a different sauce. We bubble like a hot pot in the kitchen. We dripping on the surface, spitting verses with these bars of b-ball. Cause no matter how far the stars we see y'all like a telescope. You can tell it's dope by the way we unveil these news and notes. Check the box score, a top score, knocking down shots. Plus we got a lock for 48 minutes, putting on the clinic. The cap lieutenant, they entered the winner. The game is over. We trooping in our temples like soldiers and train the planes, the Range Rover. I'm getting up and over the list. We on the BQ eating, we maneuvering swift. This ain't Tokyo, but you know we can drift. Cause the pokey be on the low, so you know our flow had to shift. We about to be out in a few. No doubt next time we see you to be on a game preview. It's Nick's Real Talk, and we a vibe. We get it poppin' every day and every night. We on that Nick shit, and you know we about to vibe. So let's ride. So let's ride. It's Nick's Real Talk, and we a vibe. We get it poppin' every day and every night. We on that Nick shit, and you know we about to vibe. So let's ride. So let's ride. Yo, salute everybody, salute. It's the recap. We in the building, Divine Shy Powers. We bubbling like a hot pot in the kitchen, and so are the New York Knicks, ladies and gentlemen. We gonna get in here and get a pop of the night. Salute to everybody, man. You know, we excited, we get it, we amped, we pumped, all that, man. It is going down tonight. But let me bring my partner in crime in the building so he can tell you what it's on his third eye. Shy Powers was good, my man.
We on that Tokyo trip. We on that
Yes,
Tokyo
sir.
drift. That's what we on right now. Salute
Yes,
to you, Divine, man. This is a special night. I mean, it's not a special night, but thanks for being on. Salute to the family in the chat. Let's talk about it. Let's get it.
Let's get it. Shy Power said, let's talk about it. Let's get it, ladies and gentlemen. Salute to the chat. On Dias, what's good, my man? NYK is definitely in the building. Nostalgic, my man. What's good with you, my man? All is well with your guys, man. Appreciate y'all getting in here early with the brothers. But, man, we going to talk about this thing last night, ladies and gentlemen. It was a universal beatdown going down to Madison Square Garden last night. And it was beautiful to see. Real talk, man. That was something special right there. Just even though it's only one game, it was just special. That was special. That's New York Knicks basketball 101 last night. Shy Power, them boys went down there, and the Mecca said, let me let y'all know something. We here. We here. And they really went out there, performed last night, ladies and gentlemen. Went down there and did the damn thing. I mean, man, was that beautiful basketball to see last night. So salute to the Knicks last night, man. Coming off that 143 to 106 defense put on the clinic last night, Shy Powers. And we always, like we've been saying, once our defense catch up to our offense, it's over for the NBA, ladies and gentlemen. I ain't saying that because of one game. I'm gonna keep it 100. That's the feeling I got right now. Been having it all year, but they just amplified it a little more last night, ladies and gentlemen. That was some of the best basketball I've seen in a long time. And the way they did it was amazing. Shy Powers, man. I know you had to be giddy and amped about that game. I know you were sitting there like I was, like, man, this shit is crazy. And like I said, the NYPD still got an APB out there.
Man, I just got the alert, Divine. I just got the breaking news.
They about to get an APB out on President Chua and Deuce McBride. They was catching bodies all over Manhattan last night. But ladies and gentlemen, Shy Powers talked to me, man. That shit was crazy right there last night.
I mean, they played very well basketball last night. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They carried over what they had in the last game that they played. They carried it right over. And I mean, another 140-point game. I don't remember, and I don't remember in my life when I seen the Knicks go back-to-back with 140-point scoring. They played a team last night that was elite. You know what I mean? It kept them to 106 points last night. This team averages 122 points. Kept them to 106 points last night. And throughout the chats and all the things that I looked at today, the only thing I can say today is I don't care if they had a bad game. I don't care if they was tired looking and all that other stuff, because that same rhetoric was said to us when we lost those only 16 games this year, when it was to us. So they didn't look like they was having a bad game. They looked like they was getting their butt whipped. That's what it looked like to me. I was laughing, rolling on the floor, all the things that, all the ROTH, I was dying laughing how they was just commencing and didn't stop. Second half, they scored 80 points plus. Come on, man. This is a good team like me and Devon always preach about, man. Believe in this team, man. They starting to really get it together, man. Now Precious and Shamuth and Payne, they have played about 10, 8, 7, 8, 9, 10 games together now. What I've been talking about a whole lot about. They even jail in that second unit. They even haven't had 5 games. This was maybe 5 episodes ago. Now they have had more than 5 games together. And this is what happened. And salute to Tom Thibodeau for the way he's substituting and acclimating the way he's entering these guys into the rotations and stuff like that. Masterpiece last night.
Yeah, that was, man. That was phenomenal basketball, ladies and gentlemen. Shoot to the chat. Queen Darlene is in the building. You right, Queen Darlene. No excuses. Real talk.
Fact.
We gave them the universal beat down. They got beat down. That's all it is. I ain't trying to hear no excuses or nothing. New York Knicks went out there, and what we said, when you bring your A game, you could beat anybody. They brought their A game plus their A game plus their A game last night. They brought it all to the kitchen table last night, and they laid that silverware out there. They said you could take a fork, a spoon, whatever you want. We got it right here, and they was giving it to them, man. I'm like, that shit was insane. So it was just good to see, man. With this team's capable, because they did it early in the year against a team who we about to play tomorrow. They dropped 145 on them early in the year. See, everybody might have thought that Knicks offense was a fluke. Ladies and gentlemen, what you see in New York ain't no fluke. This shit is real. It's a real dynamic offensive basketball team who are now starting to get healthy and find their defense identity. This shit could be scary going down the line for a lot of teams. When you got somebody who dropping 119 a game, but they can hold you under, right now, they hold you at 110. I think they get you down under that in another 6, 7, 8 games. I think the Knicks probably holding people to around about 108 a game. So if you holding people to 108, if you scoring 119, that sounds like you got more than them. So right. So and it's been that way all year, except for our offense had to do it harder because our defense wasn't in line yet. But now our defense, ladies and gentlemen, that was a unit. Like I said, that was a buck with them last night. Yeah. And I don't want to hear they took them dudes out the game early. They put John in the donut early. They put Desmond Bain in the donut early. Wingstop was definitely wingstopping last night, ladies and gentlemen. They was going at them two dudes. Like listen, Jaren Jackson Jr. give him his flower. We knew he would be a handful, but on the defense side of the ball, they made it hard on everybody. And that's and salute to Mikal Bridges. I mean, I'm like, yo, him and Anunoby, like, no, you're not up ahead. All of them really, but them two dudes really set the tone to me. And then that second unit came in, Shy Powers. Straight gritty. Shamuth locking jokers up. Deuce doing what Deuce do. Achua getting to his shot, blocking rhythm. Listen, I ain't trying to hear nothing about nobody, anything negative about the Knicks. Ain't nothing to say about the Knicks last night negative. Nothing. Talk about nothing, bro. It was that good. So I'm happy. I'm happy about that game. I know it's only one game. Like I said, we bring our A game, we can get it popping. If we don't bring our A game, you can take an L. And, and that's no different what happened tomorrow. It's only one game, but you still got to feel good about that one game. Forget everything else. For that one game, you've seen the best basketball damn near in the NBA this year from a team. Shop how they were clicking on all cylinders, and I was happy about that.
Yeah, they grab rebounds. They hit their free throw. They shot way over 37% from three-point land last night. Their fast breaks was immaculate. They went over 28 assists last night. I think it was 31 or something like that. They pushed the pace. They blocked shots. They got steals. They shut players down. Masterclass, man. Every facet that you wanted. The starter unit scored over 100 points. The second unit scored 30, 40 points or something like that.
50.
How much did the second unit score?
52. Because the starting
That's incredible,
unit,
man.
Yeah, right. First unit scored 98, and they scored about 50, about close to 50. I think it was 52. I counted up for you in a minute, though.
Man, yeah, that is incredible, man. And and what was different? Josh Hart did what he needed to do. All the naysayers that thought that the 5 picks was too much for Mikal Bridges. Did you think it was too much for him last night?
Right.
Did you think it was too much for him last night? Last night, did you think it was too much for him? I don't know. Them high school dudes right now, let's get ready to graduate out of high school. They ain't got nothing on Mikal Bridges right now, what he's doing for this team and how he's starting to elevate his game. This guy's a #1 scorer. This guy can get busy, man. And he did it last night. OG, man, oh man. This guy can play 2 to 5. This guy is elite and he's rough. He puts his shoulder on you. He got them big shoulders. He pushes on you. He throws you through the screen. He's on your back. He's annoying. And if you let him get a chance, he's going to block your shot. I mean, the team is really starting the things that we all aspirated for in the beginning of the season when this team didn't have the Italian in them. They didn't have the gel. If they didn't have the gel, now we're starting to see the gel. We're starting to see what they can do when they played. They was playing on, what's that word that they say, playing on a string last night on offense and defense. And it's just not last night's game. The game before that, we excelled too. We carried some of what we did in that last game, in that fourth quarter, into the first quarter and beyond. 80-something points in the second half. Go figure that. 40-something points and 40-something points in the third and the fourth quarter. We dominated this team. That's the number 2 team that scores 120 points plus, defensive minded, fully healthy team. We crushed them. I'm happy about that last night. That was if you want to say that was a statement win, because we didn't have plenty, but this is just from what I was seeing on the internet, on the web, and all that stuff, that everybody thought the Knicks was going to get slaughtered last night. The Knicks is going to take a loss. John Moran is going to do this and all that stuff. What happened? What happened? That's it, Divine.
Man, listen, you can keep it going because, like I said, you know, when I seen this thing, I seen what the Grizzlies did the last 5 games. They beat all under 500 teams. First of all, I said in the pregame yesterday, they beat their last 6 wins. 4 of them was against losing teams. Just like you say, the Knicks beat losing teams, so they beat losing team. And the one team that was over 500 that they played on, he beat by 2 points, and that was the Minnesota Timberwolves. So I said yesterday in the pregame, I'm like, you know what? They about to get their ass whipped. Pardon my French, but I know they ain't played a team like the Knicks off a 3 days rest or 4 days rest or 1 game in 4 nights. I was like, these guys got fresh legs. They've been in Tarrytown. They've been getting some rest. They was able to go into 3 days rest and put a week worth of training camp into 3 days rest. That's what the Knicks did the other night. They had 3 days off, so they went back to Tarrytown, which, you know what that is? Training camp. They said, let's go back to training camp for a couple of days. All the stuff we can't do because the game's coming night in and night out and night in and night out. We can't work on the things that we really didn't get to totally work on in training camp. So they had a chance to go back for 3 days off and kind of critique some things. That's all they need to do. Critique some things, let some players get some rhythm. And we hit the nail right on the head with this stuff. We talked about it, and it came to fruition because, kid you not, what did we say before that game? Watch Larry Sherman start knocking down threes. Because he had a chance to go back to the gym and work on it, which they can't do during the course of the season because they only get a night off every now and then. I think it worked out just the way I thought it was. I was like, this team is nice, ladies and gentlemen. And I know the eyes don't lie. And what I've been watching all year long, I'm like, what am I seeing that somebody else is not seeing? I know we watching the same game every night. You know what I mean? These guys got guys on a starting lineup who can defend the other player's best player when they playing good defense. We got 2 guys literally to go against anybody else top guys in the league and give them a hard night.
Facts.
So you combine that with an offense that's putting up 119 points, but you got 2 dudes who can go on anybody in the NBA from 1 to 29 and guard their best players. I rest my case. So that means that no matter we playing Boston, no matter we playing whoever, you got Anunoby and Mikal who at least slow down Jason Tatum them. You ain't got to stop them, but slow them down so our offense can get a pop. And we got an elite offense. You see that offense last night, Shop Hours? That shit was insane. They could beat you in the half court because they got Cat and Brunson. They could beat you in the full court because they got guys who can get out there and get up and down the court. And then now our defense is starting to come in to fruition. It's starting to find its groove, and I think that's what you seen last night. So I mean, ain't no excuse for the Memphis Grizzlies. They came in a Madison Square Garden and got their shit lit up. Just like when we went down to Denver early in the season, we went down to Denver, lit them up 145 to something. This ain't no fluke the Knicks is doing right here. They've been doing this shit all year, except for their defense just didn't catch up yet. But now the defense catching up. Shot Powers. NBA got a problem. Real talk. Salute to everybody in the chat. John McDonald, Mr. Tito's, P. Doug in the building. M. Gene was popping. On Diaz, what's good, man? Salute to everybody. Brian Acosta, thank you for the super chat. Always, man, always supporting.
Always.
We really appreciate you all the time. Doug, too. Doug always supporting the show too. That thank you, Doug, every time you bring us to the call. But we appreciate y'all. Real talk. Queen Darlene is in the building. G Money is in the building. PH Sizzle, what's good, man? Everybody, man. Salute to you guys. But you can tell we giddy because we should be giddy. For me, Shot Power, that was a hell of a game last night. Just a phenomenal display of basketball. And like I said, it wasn't against no under 500 team. It was against one of the high caliber teams in the NBA. And you just got to give them their credit, man. For at least for last night. It might not be like this the next day, tomorrow, or whatever. It might not be like that a couple of games after. But for last night, that was nice. That was nice. So I'm excited about it, man. Hopefully we can continue this thing. But let's look at the stats and everything, man. Look at the box score. See what these cats did because they did some good things last night, man, from a number standpoint. And then it's popping, man. Let's just look at it real quick. Ladies and gentlemen, if you look at the score from last night, they had some good impressive stuff. We're going to get in here and look at it and all that good stuff. But ladies and gentlemen, let's go up right here. If you see me at 143 to 106. First quarter numbers, ladies and gentlemen, look at that. 6 for 9. I mean, we went 67%. They was 100%. If you look at the free throw, they went 100%. We went 67%. But you look at the 2-point, they're 50%. We were 62% from the 2-point area in the first quarter. They went 4 from 20 and 3-pointer. We went 33%, 1 for 5. Obviously, on 12 field goal percentage, they were 50, and that was 37. But look at the second quarter, Shot Powers. That's what the defense said. We just going to kind of play along with you guys. They both went well for the charity strike. They shot 50. We shot 50. They went 25 from 3-point. We went 25 from 3-point. That's crazy. And the field goal percentage, they was a little more than ours. Then the third quarter, we kind of flipped the script on them. They shot for the free throw 100%. We shot 80. They went 44% from the floor. The New York Knicks went 72% from the floor in the third quarter, blistering. They shot 63 from 3-point land. In that time, we shot 36. And the field goal percentage, we had free throws 59% from the field goal area. It was 50%. Fourth quarter, look at them. Look at the numbers. Clamps, ladies and gentlemen. They hit 2 charity strike shots. We hit 6 for 8. They shot 36% from 2-point, 36% from the 2-point area shot power. We shot 60%. 7 for 13, 29% from downtown. We shot 54 from the 3-point area. They only had 33% field goal in that last quarter, and we had 57%. Ladies and gentlemen, that quarter, that fourth quarter was like, okay, we putting you cats in donuts, and that's what it's going to be. And to me, that was the most impressive thing about the game last night. The way they really got down on that, on that side of the ball when it came to in that last quarter defense. But let's look at the box score right quick, and we're gonna talk about some scorched earth numbers. Is always good with the Knicks, man. That they did the damn thing last night. If you look at the numbers, Mikal Bridges, ladies and gentlemen, 20, 28. Before I do that first, I don't want to pardon me, ladies and gentlemen. Let me bring it the right way. I apologize for that. To jumping the gun, but let's look at what we do best. Let's look at the starters last night first. Look at the 5 starters numbers, Shot Powers. That was insane right there, man. Balance scoring again. 3 dudes with 20 points, 20 points, 1 rebound, 6 assists for Brunson. Shot Powers, 24 points, 11 rebounds, 1 assist for Karl Anthony Towns. But that man right there, number 25, 28 points, 5 rebounds, 6 assists. Anunoby, good game, 15 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists. Josh Hart, 4 points, 10 rebounds, and 5 assists. I mean, them numbers just was again, elite. That's 90-something point, 98 points or whatever right there. I mean, and this is a regular, ladies and gentlemen. These numbers is pretty much damn near regular. His season numbers start to look like this over here now. Mikal Bridges' numbers is like this every night now, 20 points. So now you got two guys who probably put on 24, 25 a game. Now, like I always say, a couple of podcasts ago, I was like, he ain't just there to play no defense. He's our best third scorer on that team. We expect him to get these numbers every night. He's doing the damn thing, and he brought the defense last night. So overall, good game by our starters, man. Them boys, when they got a pop it last night. They was not having it. They wasn't playing, man. So salute to the five-star shop, how they went and did the damn thing last night for sure.
You know, what can you say, man? This team is a good team, man. And you know, our starters lead the way, and our second unit is following. And it is good to see that they're starting to get it. You know what I mean? 2 good games, and you know, that the little bit of time, that little bit of rest, and you know, any given night, any 3 of these guys go for over 20 points a game. So it is exciting to watch, man. It is exciting to watch. Last night, like I said, I was rolling on the floor. I was laughing. I'm jumping up like I'm in the garden, like I'm on the bench. These guys throwing dunks down, Pressure Chua, 2 nice hard dunks. The last dunk Deuce did with the Tyler Kolek assist. And when he cocked it back, man, I just knew he was gonna throw it, man. And
that was crazy.
That was incredible, man. It was so incredible that you seen OG was laying on the floor. He couldn't even get up. He was dying. That's how I felt. I was laughing. I was rolling on the floor. I'm like, oh my gosh, these guys are special, man. And you know, and to me, they still haven't hit their peak. They still ain't even at their peak. This is as good cohesion that they starting to get now. Now they starting to get a little bit of the cohesion together. You know what I mean? And I'm praying that by the end of this week that we hear that Mitchell Robinson starting next week can practice, at least doing one-on-ones, because that's gonna make it even worse. That if something happens next week where Mitchell Robinson at the end at next week, what's this? The 27th, the 30th, 28th. So by the end of this week, if we can hear that Mitchell Robinson by the beginning of next week is on the floor practicing, we know he's coming back right after All-Star break. The All-Star break is what, the 7th or something like that. He's coming back right after All-Star break. Right after All-Star break, he's coming back. And I mean, and you know, the hope is that he comes back and he can give us 80% of what he could do. And I mean, if Mitch can come out there and give us 14 minutes with 7 rebounds and 6 points on the second unit, that's major. And I'm hoping that it's going to be more than that, just because it's Mitchell Robinson and he's the veteran on the team. He's the oldest tenured Knick on the team. If he still have the trade deadline, and he's going to be the weight, I think they're just nursing him back. I think Mitchell Robinson is ready. I got Mitchell Robinson on IG. I think it's IG, and he posted something today. He in the gym. He was in the gym doing something. It looked like he was trying to dunk or something. He was jumping up for a rebound. It looked like he touched the top of the rim. I mean, the top of the backboard. I don't know, you know, how true that is. I don't know if that was this year or whenever it was, but I've been seeing some stuff. I see when the weight loss that he put on there. I follow him. I mean, just because it's Mitchell Robinson, and I want to know how he feels. I mean, I see even the chats about people talking about getting traded, and he blows up and put a cowboy music, some cowboy, put a cowboy song on or something like that, and start singing some cowboy song. So he come back, it's over, Devon. It's over. I mean, what we gonna be lacking? You know what I mean? It's gonna be the way we lose games. Then is we not having a good shooting night. You know what I mean? Because it ain't gonna be about the defense. Then it's not gonna be about the defense. Then, so I'm tonight. Last night was a great win, man, and it showed the NBA that the Knicks are legit. You know what I mean? And if you didn't know they were legit, check the record. Check their record.
Right,
Come on, man. They doing better. They doing better than they did last year. And last year they had 50 wins. I mean, the offense is phenomenal, and the defense is coming.
Ladies and gentlemen, when Mitchell Robinson come back, it's over. I'm telling y'all. Listen, we try to deal with truth and power. When Mitchell Robinson come back to the New York Knicks and anchor that defense with the pressure chewing them boys, it is a wrap, ladies and gentlemen. I'm telling you. It's a wrap. When Mitchell Robinson get back, it's a wrap, ladies and gentlemen. Now pressure chewer don't got to play them big five most of the time. Now you can throw him in there with Cat every now and then, or you can throw him here with Anunoby and Mikal Bridges on the defense side of the ball. It is a wrap for the NBA, ladies and gentlemen. Mark my word. And I know, listen, I got to say 9 out of 10, we be pretty much coming up with some real shit. When Mitchell Robinson get back to the New York Knicks, it's game over. Game over. Watch what I'm telling y'all. We scoring 119 a game. We only giving up 110 right now without Mitchell Robinson. And like I said earlier, I think 119 is more than 110. So if y'all can't stop us at 119 a game, and we only giving up 110 a game, 9 out of 10 in my book, I think that means that we win in that game. But when Mitchell Robinson come back, that might go down to 105 a game. Or 108 or 107. So I'm happy, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just giddy about this thing, man, because this is what we've been wanting all year. We was like, I can't wait to see Mitchell Robinson, Preston Chua, Landry Shamet, Deuce McBride, and my man Campaign play on the floor at one time together. We've been waiting for this all year long. And when the day comes, you're going to see why we've been waiting for it. Remember, Mitchell Robinson was the starting center for the Knicks, ladies and gentlemen. He ain't no scrub out there. He used to be the starting center for the New York Knicks, who went to the playoff 3 times since he's been here. Now he coming off the bench. That makes our bench even more dominant because he was already dominant with the squad we had last year, Shaw Powers, until he got injured. So now you put him with a bunch of more defenders. If they do anything like they did last night, it's a problem. I know I'm a homer, ladies and gentlemen, but I'm also dealing with the numbers. The numbers is going to tell you why when this boy get back. If we seen last night, now you're going to have more shot blocking down there, which we down in the lower echelon of shot blocking, damn near 30. We down at 30 for shot blocking. But if Mitchell Robinson get you 2 block shots in the second unit, we probably got to wind up going up to the 15th. You see what I'm saying? If we average 1 or 2 now and Mitchell Robinson give you 2 more, so we go from the 30th in shot blocking damn near to the middle of the league in shot blocking now. Let's get it, shot out. This shit is crazy, man. But salute to the chat. That's where it's at, man. JD was good job, McDonald. Once the Nick, always the Nick. Doug Fresh to die for. My brother was good. Big Task, I see you, my man. Salute to you, Hector was good, man. Everybody, let's get it, man. We ain't had Knicks. What a great game last night. We giddy because we deserve to be giddy tonight. But this was something scary to see. The NBA just got to say, okay, you know what? These dudes is for real, and Shaw Powell, it was for real last night, man. I'm happy about that thing, man. It just it don't get no better what I seen last night. If it get any better than that, it's crazy. You know what I mean? But it was good to see though, for sure. Well, at least one game anyway.
I'll keep saying this too, man. It was a carryover from the game before. They dominated in that going at the end of the third quarter, going into the fourth quarter. They dominated, and they just brung all that energy right into this game. And they're starting to take over in the second half, and they've been doing this frequently in this season. Third quarter, fourth quarter, some the Knicks ain't really hot or they're off or whatever it is. If we get that last year's doom and gloom third quarter. If they go in there and then they got a lead going into the half and then they lose the lead in the third quarter. We're not doing that too much anymore, man. We're holding it down in the third quarter and we're dominating the fourth quarter. And the team looks good, man. The defense, like, numbers don't lie, but the numbers per quarter makes the difference. You know what I mean? The first quarter, second quarter, third quarter, just like he was doing the breakdown of the quarters, the defense may not have been may have been in the first quarter 15th. They're ranking right now. Then the second quarter may went down to 16, but in the third quarter they went up to 10, and that fourth quarter they went up to 1. They went ballistic in that fourth quarter, man. And for a team that averages 120, 22 points or something like that, to keep them to 106, and no excuses. It's no excuses. You know what I mean? And it got so good that the starters didn't even play the fourth quarter. How many times can we say that? The starters, we've been talking about the second unit coming in to contribute. These guys haven't played basketball but not even 5 games together. We just getting Precious back. Deuce been on and off. Payne been hurt. Shamif was out just coming back not too long ago. And now these guys is all playing in the second unit with one of the starters. Mikal Bridges, OG Anunoby, Cat. Come on, man. Come on, man. They're starting to get it together. And what we've been talking about, easy 20, the second unit maybe just 25 points a game. These last couple of games, they've been getting more than 25 points. I mean, this last game, they got more than 25 points last night. They really contributed. And if we can continue to get the effect from the second unit like that, we start to see Deuce get his shot back. Payne is playing phenomenal basketball this year. He's some games he ain't got it, but when he got it, man. He's an energizer. He started doing that crazy stuff, doing all that funny dance, all that other stuff. He energizes the whole team. And I mean, there was a skit last night with Mike Breen talking to Clyde, and I think it was Pressure Chew, and he put his hands up like he was smoking something. You know what I mean? And was it Wiley?
No, it was I'm talking about the play though. When he got the fast break, he told Mikal, "We smoking on that Grizzly pack." That's what that was. We smoking on that Grizzly pack, my nigga. Because they was smoking on that pack last night, yo. For real, that was crazy. Yeah, it was crazy, man. That was insane.
Man, it looks good, man. You know what I mean? And tonight is a night to if you want to be a fan, to gloat about it. You know what I mean? It's something to gloat about. You know what I mean? And we didn't have some rough losses this year, but we also had some big wins this year. You know what I mean? We have more wins than we have losses. Go figure that out. We got 16 losses and 32 wins now.
Mm-hmm.
So that's 32, right? So we're at 16 games over 500. It's incredible, man. That's incredible.
31 wins.
31. All right, so we're 15 games over 500.
Right.
That's incredible, man. With what we went through this year, with all the Knicks fans ready to trade Tom Thibodeau, we should have never got Mikal Bridges. Gave up 5 picks. Why we go and get Cat? He's soft. Josh Hart shouldn't be in the starting lineup. Let's take him out of the starting lineup and put Pattier in the starting lineup, and all of this stuff that we talked about. We are still third in the East, and we're only 1 game behind second where we were last year. 1 game behind Boston. Let's get it, man.
Hey, he just see where Shaw Powers know we was about to go right there, ladies and gentlemen. But Jay Choden. You know when your kid do something good in school, or your kid do something, he just got you smiling. Your kids make you happy when they do good shit. Well, that's how the Knicks got me right now. That was beautiful. When I see my kids do something beautiful when they were kids, it make you put a smile on your face. It make you giddy. It make you joyful. Well, last night, that shit made me joyful. One, I seen it coming. I didn't know it was going to come at a 140 level, but I seen this buck coming last night, ladies and gentlemen. Ain't no guessing or nothing. I seen this shit coming last night. I was like, them dudes played the 6 games, mediocre squad. Knicks on 3 days or almost 3 days rest. Game plan and got everything. I like, man, what? And I seen the Knicks put up 145 on Denver early in the year. I like, this shit somebody about to get these dudes off of 3 days rest. So it happened, these 2 teams that came and got them, got their ass whipped for 140 points. Both of them. Because them cats had 3 days off to do work on their game. And that's all it's about. Work on your game, get better. Work on your podcast, get better. Work on your jump shot, get better, whatever. Knicks had 3 days to work on their game, and that came out and said, this is what we did in 3 days. We're going to implement it right now. And it read his beautiful head for the other team with the ugly head. But that's what it is, man. But like I said, ladies and gentlemen, just to piggyback off Shaw Powers, the New York Knicks is 1 game, ladies and gentlemen. 1 game. One game behind the Boston Celtics. Word to the ball. Let's get it. It is going down. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. 32-15, 31-16. Right there. Right there. We right there. So let's listen. Cleveland mess around and lose a game or two. We had be 3 games behind them. Let's get it. Just listen. Let this thing. I'm gonna tell you why I'm so excited about that. But real quick, on the other side, Shot Power, check this out. Just to prove my point, what I said earlier. Here you go, ladies and gentlemen. Look on your left side. Points scored per game, 117. That's probably 119 now, and this got to be updated. Points allowed per game, 110. So we scoring 117, and we averaging 110 a game on the defense. 9 out of 10, that's a win. These are numbers, ladies and gentlemen. Numbers don't lie. We scoring 118 a game, 119 now, probably higher than that. They scoring 110, the other team. You know, our assists per game, 27, 10th in the league. Assist to turnover ratio, 3rd in the NBA. We are in the NBA. We are not turning that ball over, ladies and gentlemen. 3rd in the association and assist to turnover ratio, and we 27th in the we 10th in the league in assists per game. Field goals made per game, 4th in association on the offense. Field goal attempts per game, we 19th, and we don't even get, and we still scoring that many points. Field goal percentage, ladies and gentlemen, in the NBA, the New York Knicks is number 3. Number 3 in field goal percentage. 3 points made per game, 15th. 3-point attempts per game, 25. But 3-point percentage per game in the NBA, we are number 5. 3 throws made per game, 13. We 13, 17. We 13th in the league. 3-point field goal attempts per game, we 21st, but 20th. But ladies and gentlemen, free throw percentage, number 3 in the league, 80.8%. Effective field goal percentage in the league, ladies and gentlemen, 56.9. We 3rd in the league, ladies and gentlemen. True shooting percentage in the NBA, we are 2nd in the league. Points in the paint, we 5th in the league. Second chance points per game, thank you, Josh Harson, Carl every time, we 11th. Points off the bench, that will be going up, even though we 30th, that's going up pretty soon. Fast break points, we 13th in the league. Ladies and gentlemen, that's why our offense, don't even talk about our offense no more this year. Don't even got to do that, Shop Powers. Them numbers is all in the upper echelon. We got to get better on the defense side of the ball. Offense rebounded the game, we 18th, defense 23rd. I think pressure to and Mitchell Robinson coming back and help that out a great deal. Now that he is back, but Mitchell Robinson get back. Rebounds per game, 43. We want to be around 50. At least 50, low 50 be good. Blocks per game, we in the lower echelon. Steals per game, we at 18. 3-point percentage allowed, we stinking right there. We stinking on opponent field goal percentage, 46. And charges drawn per game, 7 to 13. But now y'all see why I was giddy about last night. Because them numbers none of them numbers in the defense side of the ball is way better than last night. So I think they just overall getting back to what they do, Shot Powers. And but ladies and gentlemen, make no mistake about it. I just want to get out there and I'm gonna tell you why I'm really, really hyped. And not only that, look what's coming up. Look what's coming up. We're gonna keep this moving and I open up the panel. But listen, Shot Powers, excuse me. Listen, look what's coming up. It's right here. 3 games from now, ladies and gentlemen. I should have went to this first, but 3 games from now, it is going down. It is going down. Look at this here. We got the Nuggets tomorrow. We got the Lakers, right? We got the Rockets, Raptors. When we play the Raptors, we off for another 3 days. We play them on Tuesday the 4th. And after that, we play the Boston Celtics at Madison Square Garden on February the 8th, of another 4-day rest. Boston about to take an ass whipping that day. I'm telling y'all ahead of time. Words bomb for real. They gonna come in the Garden and get smoked that day. Because that day, that Tuesday we play Toronto, then we don't play again till that Saturday. Another chance to go back in the lab, get some rest after playing Denver, the Lakers, and the Rockets and the Raptors. Now you get to go recoup again. Let's get it, Shot Power. This shit is going down, buddy. And I'm liking every bit of it, man. I'm excited about this thing, man. Let's hope we can keep this momentum going, ladies and gentlemen. You see our anthem is because all this shit coming to fruition. Everything we talked about coming to fruition, though. It's like I said, you feel good when you speaking truth to power, man. And I'm excited about it. But let's get it, Shot Power. It's gonna go down tomorrow, though. Denver gonna be a big game. I know we getting here in the pregame and talk about that, man. But I'm still high off that game last night, man, for sure. For real.
Yeah, man. It's I mean, there's so many bright spots that was there last night, man. The player Precious Achua last night, man. What we had 14 points, 10 rebounds, 6 steals. Play of campaign with those layups that we really needed. We direly need him going in, and then the big 3-pointer that he almost ran into the referee and splashed it right on on the Knicks where the Knicks were. You know what I mean? It was big. And I mean, Deuce McBride getting his rhythm back, getting his shot up. I think he was over 11 points last night. Big numbers, man. Shamuth coming in, knocking down 3-point shots. You know what? You know, and the way Tom Thibodeau was rotating that second unit when he put OG in there, then they'll take OG out and put Cat in there. And I mean, and Cat and Precious play on the court together. And I mean, Precious Chua is playing stellar basketball. And I said this when we got him this year. I don't think Precious is going to go anywhere. If he come in here and he show out anything like he did last year when he was getting those minutes, I don't think they're going to let him go. And right now, I don't see anybody in the realm of what Precious Achua is doing that we could trade for. No real body that I could think of right now. I mean, and he's playing phenomenal basketball for $6 million. He's playing phenomenal basketball for $6 million. He amplifies the crowd. He's starting to make some shots. He's starting to knock down some 3-point shots when he's open. And I mean, he gets out there and he gets steals. He dives on the floor. He does all the things that you need for and for a player making $6 million, he is effective. And he's healthy now. And you know, he's playing with his guys now. I mean, the rhythm on the court, that burn in his chest ain't no more. Now it's just deep breaths. Now it's like running. Now it's not the first mile that you do. Now it's the long haul. That first mile kill you. I remember when I used to run, that first mile kill you, burn you up, snot coming out your nose. But once you get in the rhythm, you don't feel that no more. You just keep going. You're like, all right, I could go all day. I could Forrest Gump this right here. Let me just keep going. But this is what we're looking at right now. And once again, I got to go back to the Mitch thing. I can't wait till he comes back. So that's what I'm hoping for sometime this next couple of days to hear Mitch is in practice doing one-on-one instead of doing those swimming in the pool and all that stuff. It's on and popping.
Yeah. You talking about an extra piece that affects your team. You know what I mean? It's not about he a superstar, ladies and gentlemen. It's not about none of that. But what Mitchell Robinson does, he affects winning. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's really about. He's not coming in the team getting worse. They get better. They get better rebounding. They get better defensively. They get better shot blocking wise. They get better freeing up Cat when they play together. Now Cat he could go out there and really get in his game a little bit, knowing that Mitchell Robinson's in there with him for a few minutes to clear the glass or to take care of the defense side of the ball while he go out there and don't put the pressure on him to have to try to block somebody's shot every time somebody comes out of the lane. Now when Cat can say, you know what, I'm a guard day 4 best I can, and if anybody comes out of this lane, Mitchell Robinson is right there. That's how important Mitchell Robinson is. And 9 out of 10, when we lose the game, what happens, Shot Powers? My brother's going down in the paint, getting it on us. You know what I mean? He changes that, ladies and gentlemen. That's why I'm so excited about this thing. Whether he here or not, I don't know. Like I said, but he changes how we play defense. And if you put him with Anunoby, Mikal Bridges in one lineup, now let's not get this twisted. Mitchell Robinson in the NBA is considered in the NBA, not on the talk shows, in the NBA amongst his peer groups is one of the better dominant defense players in the NBA, ladies and gentlemen. This is amongst his peers, not amongst us, amongst his peers. He alters the basketball game. So if we come back here with these dudes the way they play right now, he alters a basketball game. He takes the pressure off a lot of them dudes on the wing, Shot Powers. So I'm a Mitch homer, but I'm a homer because I love what he do. And I hope he come back 70, 75%. I'm good with that. Where is Bond, yo? Because he changes the way the Knicks play basketball, and I think it's going to be real exciting when he get back. But, man, not to take nothing away from last night, though, that shit was pretty last night, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, that shit was phenomenal. That when you see the MSG crowd like that, I mean, they literally wiped the floor with these dudes in that second half. And what Mike Breen said, total annihilation. so Mike Breen and Clyde was on it last night, so it just felt good to see that, man. But Jay Chosen, what's good, my man? You in the building, you on the screen, my man. What's going on with you?
Yo, what's good? What's good? What's good?
We here, my man. We
Talk
here.
about it. Talk about it, Jay.
Chilling, fam, chilling. Yo, yo, I'm just watching you, man. So excited, man. I've been smiling the whole effing time you've been smiling. I'm not joking,
right.
And that was a good analogy. Where you watching something that you love, my kids are above anything in life. So, I watch them and the glow you got, and when you watch a team like this, another thing is that you got to really remember, man, this is a team that we're watching year by year getting better. Year by year getting better. This is something where we are right now is where we have been climbing to. Right? Finally got the front office in check. Finally have the proper front office, no nonsense, no weird crap happening. James Dolan out the picture. All the things that we've always wanted is happening right now. There's no interference from the owner. There's the coach is coaching. The Rose is wheeling and dealing, and the best part of it is that we're gelled up and we're locked in. And my God, what was the number? I know it was like 131. I put in. You said 125 to like 100. Yo, when they were putting those numbers up, those numbers are gaudy. They're gaudy ass numbers, man. And they put it on at the time, the tied for second in the West, a real team that's big. The shit that we had problems with for so long, not so long, here and there, right? The problems that we had with the bigger, faster, that type of team, that ain't a problem no more. That ain't a problem no more. You know why? Because everybody is finally bought in and gelled up and locked together. And I'm telling you, they doing it in lockstep. I liken it like this. I was talking to my man last night during the game. I was saying, yo, you ever see something like, remember Drumline, that movie or whatever? When they're in lockstep, how good things sound when things are in lockstep. When a team is working together, you are witnessing that right now, and you are witnessing that in the Mecca. You can't be nothing but smiling and happy and giddy about this stuff. There should be not a mother effing thing to be sour about. Seriously, this is so exciting right now. And the more the bench plays the way they're playing, I'm telling you right now, we are ascending. I already believe we're there as a top 5 team, but we are ascending. Right? We're not just one of the worst things I hated in life is when somebody said, "Hey, how you doing? What's going on, brother?" Maintaining. No, you maintain your lawn. You maintain right. You maintain your lawn. You maintain. I hated that when my man would say, "I'm maintaining." No, elevating. Elevation. This is elevation right in front of our eyes. If you ain't as happy as Divine's face, man, then I don't know what's going on, man. You gotta be happy as a mother. This is so pleasing to see. So I'm really thrilled, man. I'm thrilled. And like you said a few seconds ago, because it is if still at the moment, if Mitch comes back, that only makes us better because now we have defenders. So yes, to Corey and to Shaw Power and to Divine, I bought in. You know, my whole problem was the best ability was availability and that whole thing. But look what we're doing without him. Could you imagine what we do with them? My brain is melted. It's melted, bro. It's melted.
Yeah. Before I pass it to Corey Lee and get Corey Lee to build it.
Peace, Corey.
What's good? What's good, gentlemen? Peace to y'all. I'm gonna say this. I was very happy last night. I had not one negative thing, not one negative thought. You think when I hit you, when I said you hit the nail on the head last night, Devon. You ain't wise. Blow him out. Gave him business. All I ask is that it remains consistent. We stay persistent. We get better. We gel even more, and we do the same thing. Keep elevating. Yo, I appreciate the quarterback captain. You know what I'm saying? He didn't hold the ball last night. He kept it moving. He got everybody involved. You know, as well as himself, picked the spots. Yo, I can't complain, man. Josh Hart, again, big game. Yo, he's our, not the league, but he's our MVP on this team. Because he keeps doing the little things that make us better. And OG and Bridges, you know, keep jumping them passes lanes. Maintain and play great defense. And I pray the Butcher come back because it's gonna be a wrap for the rest of the year. With that said, hey, it is what it is. I'm grateful.
Yeah, appreciate that. Yeah, for me, ladies and gentlemen, I seen it from day one. I seen it before they even stepped on the court. When they got Cat Ananobi, Mikal Bridges, the minute they signed them dudes, I'm like, the Knicks is contenders. We was contenders last year, didn't have them. We won 50 games without we even half of that squad even playing. Shaw Powers, we won 50 games without Julius Randle, Mitchell Robinson, Ananobi part of the year, and still won 50 games. And you think we bring in Cat, Mikal, and Ananobi starting a full year with the Knicks? Like, you didn't think the team was going to be better than the team last year? You insane. This is insane, bro, because this is what they spent that money for. That's what they spent it for. They said, we're going to bring in guys who fit the culture, give them enough time to gel. It's going to be early. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, Jalen Brunson and Josh Hart are the only dudes started last year for it, and Josh Hart did that halfway through the season. Through the season. You had to give enough time. You had to give enough time to learn how to play together. Just like, you know, me and Shaw Powell, we had to learn how to podcast together. It take time. But once that shit came together, I was like, the New York Knicks will be Boston and New York Knicks in the Eastern Conference Finals. You can book it. I ain't talking about Cleveland. I'm talking about Knicks and Boston. That was prediction from the beginning of the year. And if any indication that we score 119 a game now, and the average we give it up is 110, like I said, that means you win it. New York Knicks is 31-16, ladies and gentlemen. And like Tom Thibodeau and Jalen Brunson said, we got a long way to go. Hear this shit what he's saying. You see what you seen last night? They say they still got a long way to go. That's scary. If you think you could be better than you are now, and you nowhere near that, come on. That's insane.
And that's the version I'm looking for.
They gonna be there. And listen, I ain't got no doubt about this team. I ain't got no doubt about the Knicks since Tom Thibodeau stepped in the building, and he ain't proved me wrong yet. And if Ananobi wouldn't have went down last year, Julius Randle wouldn't have went down last year, Bogdanovich wouldn't have went down last year, Mitchell Robinson wouldn't have went down last year, we would have been down. We probably would have beat Boston in the 7 games last year, at least close. So now he got a healthy squad. Numbers don't lie, ladies and gentlemen. Tom Thibodeau been doing this shit since he's been here. But look, he had to do it with mediocre rosters, injuries, and everything. And he still got us to 50 wins. And this team right here, when they get in the playoffs, if you don't got a good defense, you getting your ass whipped. Hear me what I'm saying? And they got a good defense last night. A great defense, matter of fact. So imagine when you playing teams whose defense is not that good. I just say this right here. You know, it's only one game. But I kind of seen this nugget through the whole season, Shaw Powers. We seen them throw up 145 on Denver early in the year. We seen them throw up 137 on teams early in the year. Only thing we missing was that Shammer wasn't there. Pressure Chua wasn't there. Deuce McBride was injured a little bit. Campaign was injured a little bit. Now everybody here. Now everybody here now. So Shy Powell, I think this was just in the makings. It was just in the making. But time, patience is a virtue, to take time. And I think what I seen last night is what I expected these boys to be. They spent a lot of money, Shy Powers. They ain't at the second apron for nothing. They ain't give Ananobi that money for nothing. They didn't give Mikhail that money for. They didn't bring him here for nothing. They brought him here because they thought they were going to be better than they were last year, and they showed improvement right now. To me, they are way better than they were last year. And Mitchell Robinson ain't even playing yet, so I don't know what to say, bro. So I mean, this ain't no hyperbole here. Numbers don't lie. And right now, Knicks playing good, Shot Power. So we listen. We can go out there to lose tomorrow. We're gonna lose some games, ladies and gentlemen. We're not going undefeated the rest of the way. That's not even a point. That's not even a point. The point is, when we bring our A game, ain't too many people can F with us. That's what you got to take it out of all the stuff we talked about that happened last night. We might lose to Denver. We might lose to somebody else. We might lose to a mediocre team one night because we don't bring our A game that night. Somebody will smack you, and you ain't gonna bring your A game every night. Ain't nobody in this world perfect. Nobody. So you ain't always gonna be on your game every night. So that game you ain't on your game. I think if your defense is on point, you still got a chance to win the game. Might be harder, but I say this right here. I can't wait till this shit get down. I can't wait till the Block Nest monster get up in here. Sharp. I'm giddy. I know I'm giddy talking to him because I'm happy about this, man. I don't know what to say, man. What I seen last night was a master class. That was a master class, and it was a statement game. Let the NBA know the New York Knicks is for real. And when you get in the playoffs with us, you better bring your game, boy. Because if you don't bring your game and our defense catches our offense, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. Because you can't stop it from scoring. So ain't nobody did it yet this year. How many teams held the Knicks under 100 this year? Knicks ain't even been under 105 this year, I don't think. Unless they had a bad game. Well, it gets the net game just recently, but that was an offense, just like I said, a bad offensive night, Shot Power. But I don't know what to say, man. This shit is crazy right now.
It was a back-to-back game, too, and we played lower to the competition. It was one of those games. It was like an old-style game, where we played down to the competition and all that other stuff. But we won the game. So, like I said, who said it yesterday? Half a point. It don't matter. You win that game. I think Corey said that at the end. It doesn't matter if it's a half point. The object is to win the damn game. But when you are under a defensive coach and you're scoring a $140 on a legitimate, more than legitimate, right? Their chances to go to the finals is as good as any in that division, right in the West right now.
Facts.
Legitimately. So I knew that they was gonna hold that young kid to nothing. I knew they were gonna do that. Going to teach him something. Sit back and learn. I bet you got whispered to a few times. This is how you do it, young man. Sit back and watch. Just get out of my way. Go eat something. Sit down and go eat something.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Knew that was coming too, and yep. Like another big thing to say too is, how can I say this and be nice about it? I'm gonna just be nice. We went through a losing streak, 3-game losing streak.
3 games.
Right? We just won 4 games in a row. And 3 of those 4 teams were good teams. Brooklyn was the only team that was under 500 team. But 2 out of those 4 teams, we scored over 140 points on. We're on a 4-game winning streak right now. When everybody was ready to, once again, with the hoopla out there, Trey Tibbs ain't putting the young guys in there, and the young guys ain't gonna get no burn. Just like we always say on this channel, the young guys will get burned like they got burned last night. When scorched earth get out there and do what they got to do, and the defender-minded second team comes in and contributes to what the starter units do, and the young boys will get played from 7 minutes all the way to the end of the game. Also, 7, 6, 5, whatever minutes it is, like we've been seeing, because Tom Thibodeau has definitely done that a couple of times. When the scorched earth go out there and just dominates, the second unit comes in. Well, not so much months ago, but now that the second unit is starting to really get acclimated to the system, that that Italian. They're getting that Italian. It is
They
just
get
gonna. This is exactly how it's gonna start to look. They're gonna get in there. The first quarter. The first unit is going to get their scorched earth, defensive second unit, and by the end of the going into the end of the third quarter, going into the fourth quarter, we're going to dominate. And this is when the second. We didn't see none of the starters in the fourth quarter last night. They all rolling around on the floor and doing a dance on the side when Precious is throwing the ball down, and when Deuce is throwing the ball down, and they making phenomenal passes and stuff. That's what it's going to look like. And if we can continue to do that, we will go from 117 points or easily to in the 120s points. This is a big stretch that we got going on right now. Getting ready to come up with these next 7 games left. I think it's 7 games left. And I mean, big games coming up. You know what I mean? And we have to fare well against these teams because we can do it. And I believe in what the Knicks have done in the last 4 games in this mini winning streak that we just went through.
Yeah. Real talk. You know what, man? Just to
remind me to say something.
Yeah, absolutely. But like I said, they were smoking on the Grizzly pack, just like Jay Chosen just showed. They were smoking on the Grizzly pack last night. But ladies and gentlemen, make no mistake about it. This team got a lot of stuff to still work on. Our defense ain't where it need to be, but that's not the point. The point is you see what it can be. See, and it takes time to get to these levels, man. And like Tom Thibodeau said, and I'm going to piggyback up with Shaw Powers, if the Knicks felt they needed a rookie to come and make this team better, they would have went in the draft and did something different.
You beating me to it. Yep.
They would have did something different. They could have traded so many guys to get a guy in the top 15 if they felt they needed guys like that. They didn't need them. They did not need them dudes because they already had winning established. This ain't no development. This ain't no more developed kid stage in the Knicks organization is right now. Maybe 2-3 years ago, we was in developing young kid stage. Ladies and gentlemen, New York Knicks are fighting for a ring. Ain't developing shit. No. We about winning. They got to win game. They got to get their guys ready for the playoff. And no team in the NBA, since I can watch it, play rookies in the playoffs. They don't. When you're a championship team, unless you one of them with an uber talented type rookie, they got to play you.
Or Magic Johnson.
Yeah. Then they'll play you. But right now, I love Kolick. I love Daddy A. Them dudes will play their chance next year. What we draft them do just to use the draft picks. That's what we had to do. But Kolick, don't worry. Next year, he will be the backup point guard in the maybe. But he's an asset. No matter what, it's about the name in the front anyway. Who's to say any of these dudes stay on the Knicks? RJ ain't here no more. Grimes ain't here no more. A lot of them ain't here.
Quickly ain't here no more. Toppin ain't here no more.
You know what? Kolick might not be here no more. Daddy might not be here no more. That's the NBA. But right now, like Shaw Powers said, you got your starters, you got your second unit, and you got your non-rotation players. Them dudes are non-rotation players who get some buckets at the end of the game when they're blowing people out. So I think we just got to prepare for that. And I think they did what they did, and they drafted the way they drafted. But I say all that to say, Corey Lee, that listen, one night don't make the Knicks a great team. It don't. But what it does tell you is, because I've seen it quite a few times this season, this team is dangerous, ladies and gentlemen. They scoring 119 a game. They giving up 110. That makes you a dangerous team. That means anytime you play somebody, you pretty much can outscore them. They're in the higher echelon in offense in the NBA. So that means no matter what type of game they play, if it's a shootout, they still could be in the game because they scoring up there with everybody. So even if both teams scoring at each other, going at each other, mano a mano, nigga, we got bucket getters in New York. Jalen Brunson is a bucket getter, ladies and gentlemen. Firstborn. Towns is a bucket getter, and my man Mikal Bridges is bucket getters, ladies and gentlemen.
Even OG.
Right. So to me, don't let that defense get in the top 10. That's all I'm saying. I'm
gonna say this real quick. For real. I remember when we was calling for Tibbs and everybody was like, "Oh my God, the sky's falling." You know, Chicken Little, all that Chicken Little shit earlier. Let me tell you something, man. I said all we had to do was maintain and finish over 500 for the month. Yep. And if we do that, we'll be in good shape. We'll be able to relax going into the All-Star week. Listen, man, like you just said, we're not quite there. We're still a work in progress. So Knicks fans, be patient. Be patient. Rome wasn't built in a day. So you know what I'm saying? This is a marathon. Hey, we hit a major mile marker. We did what we're supposed to do. Handle our business convincingly. Let's let's try to put some of these biases away and support this team as much as possible.
Why not? Keep our heads up high, man. We should be walking with our heads up high. We got a good team. We got a good coach. We got a good front office. Heads up high. We listen. Like I said a little while ago, this has been in the making, right? Little by little, we in the making. I'm gonna tell you right now. In my lifetime, Brunson is the best signing in my lifetime. Signing, right? Free agent signing in my lifetime. Right now, we possibly could be looking at our best trade right now in Cat, the way he offensively plays. You know, you might be a Melo fan, there might be, but you know that in my personal opinion, and not to bring this up because I'd be going backwards, but I'll just say it real quick. We could have waited a year and signed him or whatever. But the fact of the matter is, to me, right now, I think if you're watching tightly, that we are watching the best signing and the best trade happen all at once, and the proof's in the pudding because they're starting the All-Star games together. All right. So, all right. So let's just keep thinking. Remember that. Keep that in mind. And when you elevate and you get together, and that don't forget that these brothers, man, 2 of them have a podcast together. They went to college together. 3 of them went to college together. We got people coming in for different reasons. Listen, when I meant to say, when I said to remind me about something, you sort of beat me to it. But rookies play if you're drafted in the top 5 to 10.
Or top 30, I could say, yeah.
Well, it depends on
first
the top
round. The first round, about the first 25 of them or so. Yeah, I feel you though. I feel you.
Depends on what. But definitely, let's agree on this. That definitely, let's say 15. Definitely, if you're a team that's picking from that time, then you most likely stink. So you are right. You're most likely just a trash. So either that, or you gave up some sort of trade for a long time ago, like the Nets did with Boston and all that other crap back in the day. So you get to get those picks or whatever. But when you get like Corey said, you know, a Magic Johnson stuff, that's because you know the Lakers were building a team. They you know, it wasn't Boston had that at that time, but they were doing the same thing. So let's not get too hung up. I like Kolik a lot. If you watch him towards the end of that game, he was in tune with Deuce. His assist was smooth. You know, they were throwing, and right before that happened, there was an alley. I think it was Bridges to OG or something. Yo, they were in tune with each other. You know, and then he shot a 3. It was smooth. I like these kids, but you know what? They're part of our future, right? They might come in and spell some time. I love that they all played the fourth. You know, like the second unit mostly, then the second, third combination played that. But let's not forget what I continue to say, that the second unit mostly has been coming in earlier and earlier and earlier in different spurts. 2 here, 1 there, 3 here, and they coming in for a few minutes at a time. And the reason why they needed to do that in different ways was, 1, they had to make sure that this team, the starting 5, could gel and play together. And why not better time to do it than earlier in the season when you have all the energy and you haven't been banged on it, boom, and elbows and all that stuff. You gelled up together. Now that you are, then They got some practices in. They let the second unit come in. They show that they can hit 13. Deuce hit 13. Payne would hit 18. You know, they doing what they're doing. And Precious was a must at that time because we had no other big man. So they came in. Now they're in the trust. Don't think that Kolek and stuff, just because they're not playing, is not part of our future. But we're talking about a now championship team. And I'm gonna say this. Mitch, if Mitch is healthy, right? We go from the 0 to 1 to 1 to 1 to practice and the whole thing. And we're doing what we're doing now. I bought in. Then it's like getting a brand new signing for the remainder of the year and the playoffs. And that signing happens to take everything off the boards and blocks like a beast. Are you kidding me?
Yeah. Hey, let me pick it up what you know.
Have one of the better chances in the NBA right now.
Yep. Let me add on a couple of things you and Charles said and Corey that here's what we all got to remember about these rookies. It's not so much. It's not even so much where you drafted. It's how are you talented and where you get drafted at. Look, Drake, Draymond Green, and Kawhi Leonard with the 6th second-round draft picks.
That's right.
It all depends on the situation where you are drafted to. If Kolek would have been drafted to below 500's basement team, he'd be playing right now. He'd be playing because he's talented. But he probably be playing if he was playing for who anybody in the lower echelon right now, like Toronto or somebody like that. He'd probably be a backup point guard on a team like Toronto, or he might be a backup point guard on a team like anybody in the lower echelon.
New Orleans.
You know,
yep.
That's tough in New Orleans because they got
Alvarado. Oh, yeah, right. Right.
Maybe he might be getting more opportunity. I could, if being that Alvarado went down and all that, guys like that. The reason why them dudes can get more opportunity because they on a team that stink.
Right.
So,
right.
The Knicks stink. You know what I mean? So, yeah, they'll get a lot of burn on some of these sub 500 teams, but they ain't getting no burn on the Knicks squad. Not when you got. And that was one of my disagreements. And so I understand that's why I understand what y'all saying. Here's my other thing, ladies and gentlemen. Tom Thibodeau been playing his bench all year. They just wasn't there. My man Campaign and Deuce and Bride been playing the whole year, ladies and gentlemen. But the other two wasn't here. So that's why Tibbs couldn't play the full bench. And them other guys, like I said, Tibbs feel like I might have to go with 7, 8 and go with 10, mess up my rhythm, and y'all not even ready for this. So he sacrificed 7 guys, 8 guys for about a couple of months. Only a couple of months, ladies and gentlemen. It wasn't the whole year. It was the beginning of October, November, December. That was it. He said, I'm willing to let these 5 starters and my main guys gel for 2 months to get chemistry, then why not sacrificing rhythm, why not sacrificing wins, just because y'all think that I'm playing these guys too much. Them dudes is NBA ready, they know what they're doing. And now he got 9 men, he don't have to do it no more. And look what's happening.
Right.
So I like I say, Tibbs always plays bench. Last year he played his bench. He played 10 guys last year. The year before he played 10 guys. He played, even Obi Toppin always came in behind Julius Randle. Quickly always came in behind my man. Grimes always came in when he wasn't or he was starting first. Then Diva Chisholm came in. Tibbs always played these guys 9 to 10 guys every year. Yep. Always did.
Right.
You know, but like I said, it all depends on how the game going, how long you stay in,
and how you're developing.
Right. If the Knicks is cooking, why take them out?
Right.
You don't take guys out the lineup just because they cooking. I mean, if they cooking, what you gonna take them out while they're in a good rhythm? Clyde, look at you, Clyde, be like, yo, why are you taking them out? He hot. So sometimes you gotta keep them in there because of the way the game going. That's all I'm saying. So for a lot of things you may think Tibbs do, a lot of other coaches do it. All of them do it the same way. They got to play them big guys, big men. They making big money. They scoring big bucket. They getting big rebound. You got to play them the big minutes. Everybody do that. You know, we just had to do it more this year at the beginning, Shop House and everybody, because that's all we had to get us wins. That's what I'm saying, just to do wins. So, you know, I think now we got 9 guys. And Mitchell Roberts come back. Ladies and gentlemen, you better strap in, man. I'm telling y'all. Y'all better strap in when Mitchell Robinson get back. He coming back, ladies and gentlemen. Make no mistake about that. Make no mistake about that. Honestly, I ain't even trying to give nobody flowers. I ain't trying to give myself flowers. The minute they signed Cat, and the minute they traded for Cat, the minute they traded for McHale, and that they signed Anunoby, I seen this train coming. I was like, every 5 one of them guys had been in a championship game, whether in college or in the NBA. They all high IQ winning basketball players. 3 of them out starting lineup right now won 2 national championships together. Our point guard went to the Western Conference Finals. Our 3 guard went to the finals with Phoenix. Cat been to the Western Conference Finals, and Josh Hart went deep with the Knicks. So everybody in that starting lineup been deep somewhere before, and I just seen it coming, man. Jay Chilton, Corey D. So I don't know, man. I think it's gonna be fun to get. This is where it's all gonna be fun at. But tomorrow we got to go in there and get it popping, man. Against the we already spanked these boys by gave them 140 piece already. Don't let the Knicks do 143 games in a row. I'm running out the building.
So, I'm looking forward to that Rockets game.
All right. I'm running, huh?
Looking forward to a Rockets game because when we wasn't right in the first time, but we ready. And they're very similar. They're very similar to these Grizzlies. We just beat the ever-loving crap out of them. So, you know, I can't wait for that game. But yeah, it's about maturing. It's about getting together. You know, and I may have said something wrong the other day. How I say, look, you got a 1 and a 1A, but now I'm starting to think that, you know, Bridges is starting to feel more comfortable. He might be the 2, and OG as far as scoring now he's 4 and Hart is the 5, if that's the way you want to put it in order. But you know, look, man, if you could get 3 guys hitting over 20. Let's say Mikhail just gets 20. That's good enough. You know, we were talking about, and with Shop House, we've been talking about this whole season. We got a starting unit that scores 100 points. The starting unit scores 100 points. I don't know what the league average is right now in general for a whole game, but our starting 5 gets very close to the league average, I bet you, okay? So our starting 5 is probably about 10 points away from the league average. So now you're starting to get guys that are getting 13. We were talking before about if these 4 or 5 guys get 5 points each, that's no longer needed no more. Because now you got one guy getting 18. That's 7 points shy of the 25. You just need to get another guy for 3, another guy for 8, another guy. If this starting unit, what did they drop last night? 52 points?
The second unit
scored 52 points.
It's funny, bro.
Now think about that. What's 52 from 140? When did we end up with? 140 on the dip, right?
Yep. 140
on the dip. So that means that our starting unit stored what?
98?
90 something.
No, 88. 88 on the dot.
Yeah, I'll tell you right here.
Yep, right 88 on the dot. 88, 52.
Sorry. 20, 24, 48, 48, 48 and 15, 63. No, like I said, that was 90-some points. They scored 90-some points, almost 90-some points.
24 and 24 is 48. Then you got 15. So, okay, 24.
60,
20, 40, 60.
They scored 90,
82, 87, 88, 89, 91, 92.
Right. Yeah, they scored 90 last night for sure.
But either way, that's what I'm saying to you is that now we have a team that we know what they could do. Our starters could score 100 or better on any given night. Any given night. Now they don't got to. They don't have to anymore. And we got 3 guys who could drop 20 apiece, 20 plus apiece on any given night. And we got 2 guys who could get 30 or more every night if they wanted to, depending on who it is.
And we didn't take into consideration none of the starters played the fourth quarter.
Right.
None of them played the fourth quarter. So those numbers that we putting out there, 90 points for
Right.
3 quarters, that's phenomenal. That's phenomenal. That's only 3 quarters right there. That's not even. They didn't even play the fourth quarter at all. None of them. Cat, OG, none of them played the fourth quarter.
Right.
And I mean,
Exactly.
and our bench really came in with 52 points. That is phenomenal.
Listen, Shaw, sometimes that's a halftime score.
Yeah.
Sometimes that's a fucking halftime score. Pardon my French. And they got 52 points. So that my whole thing is now we're not leaning. Our entire backpack is not filled on our starters. Right? Are we going to get 52 every night? No. But if they could get, remember we were doing 5-5-5-5. We're not doing that no more. That's not necessary no more. I think this team right now could average easily 130, 35 a game. Something like that. Because we were already doing crazy numbers.
Hey, I'll take that 117, 119 right now per game in the NBA. I'll take it right now. But like I said,
of course.
Yeah, they points allowed per game in the NBA. The New York Knicks is 8th, ladies and gentlemen, at 110. All right, so let's put that out there. But they scoring 118, 119 a game. They 4th. So like I said, long we outscoring, we scoring more than we giving up. That's a recipe for winning. So I'm like, yo, I'm good with this shit right here, man. For real.
But that was with 5 starters getting 100 and the bench hardly, contributed.
Facts.
So that number is going to completely change.
Yep.
That number is going to go up. I'm going to say it right now, at the least 7. Now that's the 25 we're talking about. Now that's 125 a game.
But that's banking, though. But that's banking if they do that consistently. You got to make the Deucing them might have off. Deucing them ain't that good yet. They ain't giving you that shit every night.
I'm telling you,
not 50, not 52. That was a blessing. Corey, we ain't heard from you in a second, man. Talk about it, man. What you doing?
My bad, man. I had to grab something. I'm gonna say this because I was sitting back into. Sometimes you gotta listen to just shut the hell up. You know what I'm saying? My thought process is this: we have all I ask is consistency. Let's stop being short-sighted. Just like you said, we have to gel. Just don't jump out the window. Maintain your composure, fans. Look at this. Don't look at this as half empty or half full. Just look at it as a work in progress. What stood out to me the most was that everybody had the right attitude last night. Right. Everybody was right attitude. I'm looking forward to February 6th, about 5 p.m. On that time, when we know what's gonna happen, or it's already done, and all these Miss Cleos and everybody who thinks they know, and these clickbait cats who like to watch that and believe in that. We'll see what happens. Right now, I'm proud. And one more thing, and you're right, Jay Chosen. I'm looking forward to Houston. Let me tell you something about Houston. Mm-hmm. Houston, I was looking at Houston the other day. They're the only West Coast team that plays like an East Coast team. They come play hard. We have to maintain the right attitude and thinking. If we can do that, because I know we don't always gonna have it the same that night, but I'm just so proud, man. I'm like lost for words. And I ain't gonna lie to y'all, Knicks fans, and if y'all know me, I wasn't giddy at the beginning of the year. It took some time. This team had to take some time to grow on me. Just like all things. And for an example, I wasn't the biggest Julius Randle fan. I didn't like the way he used to be the spin doctor out there in the lane. But just like everybody.
Not hustle back.
And like everybody, they grow. Yep. You know what I'm saying? As long as we mature as a team, especially like right now, man, I tell you right now, if we can maintain this all the way through, not all the way through the year, but I'm just saying, for the most part, on average, man. Stole that from my boy Ron Cleveland. But anyway,
Right,
it's gonna be
right.
trouble in the city.
Yeah,
It's gonna be trouble in the city.
it
You
really
know.
is. It really is.
Definitely having a party in the city. I'm telling you, during that playoffs, we got to meet up somewhere. I'm not joking about that.
When we were losing, guess what we wasn't doing? Our shot powers hurt. We talked about this on the show. The Knicks are not having fun. What did you see last night? Them motherfuckers was cutting up.
This.
Balling.
You play basketball to have fun, ladies and gentlemen. I don't give a shit how hard you want to do. The game of basketball is supposed to be played to have fun. We go out on the playground to play to have fun. We go hard, but we have fun doing it. When the Knicks was on that losing streak, you could tell in their body language they was not having fun. They probably was tired. Long, early beginning of the season, just long.
Yep.
Not a lot of players. Nights coming back and forth, one game every other night. But ladies and gentlemen, you notice the last couple days when they winning like they win, they got back to having some fun. And them fools was cutting it up last night, ladies and gentlemen. I was like, and nobody slide on the floor, spin. They trying to pick them up. I'm like, Mikal Bridges got the best clapbacks I ever seen. Mikal got the best clapbacks. But when the Chua hit that finger roll and he threw that smoke on that Grizzly pack, I'm like, this shit is crazy, bro. It is, and Clyde and Bream hyped this all shit. I'm like, this the crowd going bananas. That's playoff basketball, Knicks, right there. That's what you see in the playoffs. You know what I mean? So I was giddy about it, man. That's why I'm so giddy now, because the whole season I seen some good shit. That shit was crazy, bro. I was like, I'm sitting in my chair like, these dudes busting their ass. They don't even they took them boys out. They took their will last night. That's what happened in that game. I don't know, they took them boys. They thought they was hard. The Knicks took them boys will last night. And Clyde and them even said, they were like, Knicks, they not even competing, they were saying. And after a while, they knew they couldn't do nothing, Sharp Power. After a while, they like, we trying to go hard, but they know we could do. So they just folded up. They like, no matter what we throw at these dudes, we can't stop them. They try everything. I guess they said, you know what? This just ain't our night. We can't beat these motherfuckers. They are on it. And I think that's what happened, Sharp Power. I think they realized they couldn't beat the Knicks. They couldn't match that firepower. Because here's another thing. Knowing that John Morant had a night he was off, I knew nobody else was going to beat us. One man can't beat a whole damn team. So if you got one guy scoring 22 and everybody else ain't scoring, we got three guys in the 20s and more, I'm like, this night is going to be long. So you got to remember, when you play the New York Knicks, if you got two talented ball players, we got two talented defenders. That's the difference, ladies and gentlemen. Watch the games, and they're going to put Anunoby and Mikal on everybody's best players. And if your guys can't stop that firepower we got, y'all ass going to be in for a long night. Now, I knew that John Morant and Jaren Jackson Jr. couldn't beat us by themselves. Nice as Desmond Bane is, but we knew we had a 6'7", 6'6" guy with a long wingspan guarding Desmond Bane last night. And either you could put him on Desmond Bane or John Morant. So it was going to make it hard for them dudes last night. And I just knew that this was going to be a long night for them dudes, man.
And they switched well, too, last night.
Yeah, man.
Real well.
What?
Bro, Chip, shout out to Tibbs, yo. Shout out to Tibbs, because he really came up with a great game plan. We can't overlook that. Because as much as I say, get rid of him, he's old, the game passed him. Let me tell y'all, some of y'all MFs who think that. Tibbs has forgotten more basketball in this pinky finger than we will ever know in our lives.
Amen.
Stop it.
Really?
Stop it. Stop it. You know what I'm saying? And if you got a problem, quit your blood clot crying. And, you know what I'm saying? I send your woman over to change your diaper.
Give you a fresh spanking.
Yeah, you know what, man? It's real talk, though. But that's facts, though. Listen,
That's why I fucked with them, man.
Numbers don't lie, man. If you winning cures everything. When the Knicks win, you ain't gonna hear none of that. Soon the Knicks lose a game, everybody getting their feelings emotional. Winning cures everything, ladies and gentlemen.
That's why I was so affected by that time that I got real upset. It was 3 games. We just came up a 9-game winning streak. 3 games. But you know what? I will say this. We're Knicks fans, right? So we're a couple things. If you've been a Knicks fan the way we've been Knicks fans all our life, die-hard Knicks fans, that means that I'll speak for me, but I know this is true for you guys. I've been there when the team was absolutely trash, right? I've been there when the team went to the playoffs. I've been there when the couple of layups were missed at the rim, and I don't want to repeat it because I'll cry about it during the Patrick years. I've been there when they traded a whole bunch of players for Carmelo, and I've been at it when they signed Brunson, and I knew that we had just picked up a captain. So right now we are watching the elevation of a team that people from years and years ago got to watch. All right, they got to watch this team. And then people bringing in and stuff like that. I don't know if you know, some people are not that young enough, but Frazier and Earl the Pearl, they used to battle. And then when Frazier got the call that Pearl was coming in on him, he said, "Oh, it's over." He said it himself in an interview. So like sometimes you gotta really just like back, kind of, zone in and just be really happy with what you got. Because I know that Knicks fans were not really used to this giddy feeling. We get excited, then we're like, damn, it's not going to last. Or I hope it lasts. Or I wish it did it. Or damn, if he did that. No, man, none of that. What Corey said, this guy knows more than us in his pinky finger. He forgot that much. And we got some to me, superstars on our team.
No question.
And a whole bunch of all-stars. If you can't tell me any different that Josh Hart is not an all-star player.
Facts.
I'm sorry, you can't tell me that. You can't tell me that.
Facts.
Right? And then if you really
little back.
Bridges in the past has led teams, been the number one on teams. So you can't. So that's what we're dealing with here. So all the negative Nelly crap. Look, man, life is hard enough as it is. Be happy as hell, man. Got 2 starters in the damn All-Star game. We are 1 game behind Boston. All right?
Word.
And so that's the second team I want to see. I want to see Houston first, and then I want to see Boston again. Because I'm telling you right now, we're gonna put a fresh spanking on that ass. I'm telling you. And I cannot wait for it. And Devon, I only said that earlier because I am as giddy as you are, my brother. I am over the top happy. I'm talking to my kids about things. They're shouting. You remember the other day I was on? They're shouting out, "Let's go Knicks!" That's what it's all about.
Yeah, you know what's dope about this, real quick though, ladies and gentlemen. What the Knicks are going through right now, only preparing them for the playoffs. This is what this is all about. These games we playing right now, the teams we playing, they all playoff contenders. They all got game. Only thing this thing is doing is preparing them for the playoffs. So when we playing these high echelon teams right now for the next 10, 13, 14, 15 games, that's fine. You're going to lose some of those games. We ain't winning all of them. Knicks ain't going undefeated. That's not the point, though. It's to go up there against this stellar competition, measure your team, to see where they at, and what you need to do, what adjustments you need to make, or do you need to bring in somebody before we get to the end of April? All this shit matters to the Knicks to me. The reason why I'm giddy, I'm looking at every team in the NBA play, and I'm seeing their records. I'm seeing what they doing. Ain't too many of them teams better than the Knicks, ladies and gentlemen. Word is bond. That's fact. And the number don't lie. The same teams we play in the NBA, everybody else play them too. Just like we played a team without their best players, it was 29 other teams played them too. Knicks ain't the only one that played team. They ain't got their best players. But remember, a lot of teams played us when we done had 3 of our rotation players.
That's right.
The New York Knicks right now got the 1-2, which is so crazy, the 4th best record in the NBA. Ladies and gentlemen, the 4th best record in the NBA, and we still just starting to get it popping. Cleveland will lose a couple of games, ladies and gentlemen. They gonna hit a valley sooner or later. Hit them one just recently because you think about it, they had lost a couple of games in a row.
We about to walk them down, bro.
Yeah, let me tell y'all something.
Well said.
Y'all better watch out. If Knicks get that 1 seed and got first round in the playoffs, the championship goes through Madison Square Garden, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, don't God! You just made me go nuts.
If the New York Knicks
and the league don't want that. The league don't want that.
Oh my God, bro! You just did something.
Every team in the East got to come to New York 4 times, and we a good home team. That's why the season is important, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh
the
my
New York
God!
And Knicks fans travel.
Right, and they travel.
The best.
We are 7 games in the loss column behind the Cavaliers, and you still got 40-something games to go, number one. And if you look at the games coming up, Cavaliers, they don't got no cakewalk. I mean, they got some good games, but listen, tomorrow they play the Heat. Heat playing well. They playing in Miami tomorrow. And now that Jimmy Butler, like, you know, he's not going to be there. That Khalil Ware and playing center for them with Bam Adebayo, that's a good matchup with Mobley and my man. And you got Tyler Hero them doing their thing. But then you got the Celtics and the Bulls. That's just tomorrow. Then check it out. Thursday, Cleveland got the Hawks. You know what I mean? So it goes on and on for these guys, man. This shit ain't no cakewalk for these dudes, man. I'm telling you. Then they got the Mavericks. You know, obviously then they see us pretty soon. So let them. They got the Celtics this before the trading deadline. So you just never know how this thing go, man. We just got to do what we do, win our games. We need to win. Just keep winning our games. Let each one of them dudes beat themselves up. Next thing you know, we be ready to get it popping, man. You know, but listen, man, we're gonna get out of here in a minute, man. We've been in rambling, having fun, and we're gonna get out of here pretty soon. Matter of fact, we about to get out in a minute. Sorry, Chrissy, when we got to get off, man. Maybe another time, Chris, but we about to get off right now. So I'm gonna go around the panel. But good to see you, Chris. But yeah, we about to get off, my man. Next time, come a little earlier. Yeah, man, Shop Powers. Just an overall good feeling right now, man. You see why we giddy up in the building, man. Salute to everybody in the chat. I know I ain't shout y'all out, man. I apologize for the chat. Yeah, I know how we get down, but we so giddy right now of just talking to Nick talk. But salute to everybody in the building, man. And let me shout out some other people who came in the building. What's his name? I don't want to leave him out there. Boy Trey, WY Wild Boy Trey. Excuse me, Wild Boy Trey. Thank you for coming in. Just need to die for my man. Good to see everybody, man. You know, we just kind of cutting it up now. Like, pardon us for being kind of off, but we can never leave out the chat because that's where it's at, man. You guys know without y'all ain't none of us. So, you know, I'm just kidding. But tomorrow, big game, and we'll be on tomorrow with the pregame, man. Knicks and Denver Nuggets. You know, we gave them the business last time we paid them. They just lost too. They lost to somebody the other night, or the Bulls. They lost to the Bulls the other night. I didn't see that come, but the Bulls beat us too. So
who was that?
Denver Nuggets.
Oh yeah. But Denver ain't the same team. I mean, look what we did to them early, and we ain't have nobody yet. So
they just coasting along. But Denver, listen, ladies and gentlemen, they right there in the 4th spot. They're in the 4th spot.
That's because Joker is literally the best. His numbers is nuts.
Yeah, and you can't forget Jamal Murray and them down there, and Russell Westbrook still doing Russell Westbrook things.
Porter's a good player, and
they championship. They are a championship caliber team, and like I said, they might just need to tread water until the playoffs come. But they 4th though. They're only 2 games behind the Grizzlies, and but we can't take it for granted tomorrow because you know what? Like I said, if you don't bring your A game, somebody can spank you. I don't care who it is, and I know the
don't play with the food.
Right, don't play with that. You stand.
I would love to get that win tomorrow, though, because it just would be. We get that win tomorrow, man. It'd be what? We'd be 5 games in a row. We'd be a half a game behind Boston, depending on what Boston do tomorrow. Do Boston play tomorrow? I think they play tomorrow.
Boston play tomorrow?
Bulls. They play the Bulls in Boston. So we probably want, if we win, we still be 1 game behind them. But
if they lose, though, we're tied.
We tied, right? Exactly.
Yeah. Oh,
and then they're going to go to New Orleans, and even though the New Orleans Pelicans ain't the team, but they got the talent. Whereas you know what, you mess around sleep on them, boy, they'll beat you as well. So it don't matter until they get
the team, man. They just don't.
Yeah,
they were hurt.
I just want to make sure when we play Boston February 8th, either we 1 game behind or we tied with them. I don't give a shit. I just don't want to be lower than that. That night we played it, we go on the second seed. Ladies and gentlemen, the second seed is important because you know why? That's like last year. We got second rank. We got home court advantage to 2 rounds of the playoffs. These seeds is important. You get that number 2 seed, you guarantee the first 2 home records in the playoffs at your place. 4 games in the first, 4 games in the second. If you get that 3rd seed, if you get that number 1 seed like Boston did, then you home court through the whole playoffs.
Yep.
So I want that. I'm going for that 1 seed. If we get the 2, I'm happy with that. That means we probably wind up playing Cleveland, and we can beat Cleveland, and we don't beat Cleveland in Cleveland. Right? I ain't worried about that. So I know we can still win the road. We're a good road team. So it's gonna be interesting, man. It really is gonna be fun, man. But this is what it's about. Right now, we got to get to the trading deadline thing coming up, ladies and gentlemen. The only name I can keep an eye on out there that's possible to me is truly when me and Shaw talked about it is Chris Boucher. I think it's possible he could come to New York if the Knicks try to go the other way. I don't think they will, but knowing that he played with Anunoby and Precious Achiuwa, $10 million expiring, if that's what the Knicks was willing to do, I don't think so. But they
touched on that earlier,
huh?
You touched on that earlier.
No, but I told that 4 months ago. I knew it could happen though. I knew the Knicks would eye that guy.
I don't mean to prolong it, but what did you think? What did you say about it?
I was saying I could see the Knicks. If they decide to move on for some of these players like Mitchell, I can see them bringing Boucher in here. Because
number like 1, you like him?
He shoot 3. He's a forward. He shoot 38% from downtown, 38 from downtown. Play with Anunoby and Precious Achiuwa for the last 7-8 years.
Yeah.
When Knicks bringing chemistry players, they bring in people who play with each other. Shamet, Payne, and Mikal Bridges. So I can see them bringing Anunoby, Achiuwa, and Boucher in here. Continuity.
Right, it's kind of like the other boys having from college, and now you got this whole second Toronto squad, and yeah, I get it. No, I get it. No, I found it interesting. The reason why I asked you because I kept an eye on him. I thought he was getting traded last year because they had like three of that forward center guys. When who was the guy that got traded? And then with Podol was there too, the big guy that was on that team. Whatever.
On Siakam?
Was it Siakam?
Pascal,
Siakam. Yeah, Pascal Siakam. And then this guy would come in for him sometimes. So I know that he could play both. He plays the 4 and he stretches to the 5.
You see what he did to us in Toronto last time we played him? He like 7-3. He was bombing us.
No, that's true. No, that's a fact. That's a fact.
Yeah, he could do it. And like I said, he's a good player. He's a better. He fits what the Knicks trying to do. He definitely gonna get you buckets off the bench. He definitely gonna have a continuity with Achiuwa and all them. Do I think they do it? No, I think Mitchell Robinson just the missing piece of Knicks. I think he's just the missing piece. I don't even want to break up this shit right here. You just need to get Mitchell Robinson healthy, get his ass in here, and let's go do the damn thing. So, me personally, you get the Botnets monster back in New York, and he playing 70, 80%. Like I said, it ain't his fault. My man Joel Embiid pulled him to the floor and fucked his playoff run up. Yeah. So when he come back, get Mitchell Robinson, Precious Achiuwa, Randy Shamet, Deuce McBride, and campaign. I'm fucking with that defense right there. I'm messing with them 3-point shooters, 1 to 2 to 3. From 1 to 2 to 3, they 3-point shooters all over 37%. They all play defense. They all get down. I'm fucking with that Knicks second unit. I can't wait till Mitchell Robinson get back. Then we're gonna really be talking some shit.
And if they miss it, he'll gobble it right back up to give somebody else a chance at the three.
Exactly.
If they miss it, he'll throw it back out to him. Okay, do it again. I'm gonna
go right back up and throw it in your face.
Right, exactly. Oh,
first guy off the bench. Anunoby goes sit down. Mitchell Robinson come in there with Cat for a few minutes. Let's do this thing, man. I'm a stupid hype with this shit. Let's get it.
And that's the best part is what Tibbs been doing with the 2-3, with the 1-4, with the 3-2, how he's mixing up like that. You're gonna see a hell of a lot of that. Whether it's Mitch or it's Boucher or whoever it might be, you're gonna see a hell of a lot of that. And the only reason I don't think that Mitch goes is more on the fact that Mitch is unknown to other team, is more of an unknown to what he's doing, where he's at right now to other teams. But if he stays healthy, we know what he can do. And that's the most important part. So, it is what it is.
Hey, Gib, you're right. You definitely on that E Gib. He's 32, but he can shoot a three. He a decent defender. He's 6'9". I'm telling you, man. If the Knicks do decide to move on, I don't think they will move on from Mitch. That's the only contract they're really gonna move to get that done because he makes 10 million. Mitch makes 14. But I'm hoping they don't move my boy unless for some reason Knicks know something we don't know about Mitchell Robinson. That's the only way I can see this happening unless Knicks.
That's it.
Something they know we don't know, and they feel that this guy and Precious Chua can hold down that 4 or 5. That's the only way I can see this happen. Other than that, but if he do it, I don't have a problem with him. Boucher is he can definitely work well in there. Because know why he can let Chua do a little bit of pounding too, and Boucher can go out there and stretch the floor and knock down threes, and so it works both ways. But
and he rocked with Precious and OG a lot already.
Right.
So.
Hey, Corey Lee, give me a last word before we get out of here, my brother. How about your boys, man?
Number one, grateful. Hey, y'all, just relax. Game of the time. Trusting these guys. And try to support them as much as possible. And that's it, man. Thank you very much, y'all. Y'all have a great evening.
Thank you, Corey Lee, my brother. Thank you for coming in, man, all the time. You already know. Give me your last word. I get the shot pile, and we get on up out of here. I know we got to get out here and get a pop and handle our business in the morning. So let's get it.
Listen. Some of us are super fans. I call myself a fanatic because I live and die with my teams. That's the type of stuff where I'm just like, what are they gonna do? What's next? Right now, I'm a happy fan. And there's nothing to be unhappy about. If you're unhappy, you're just looking to be unhappy. You should be excited right now. And you know what? When you're in good stride, you have the mentality of I want you to come and see us. Come see me. And I think that's where the Knicks are right now. Well, whoever the hell you are, come see us. And I'm gonna tell you another thing: the NBA is on motherfucking notice. Knicks are for real. So I'm happy. The win was dope. And I'm checking out this dude now. 14 points, 23 points, 17 points last 3 games. He can score the ball. You're right about him. But whether or not we keep Mitch, whether or not we get something else, you know what? I trust Rose. I trust Leon. And that's what I'm going to have to do. That's what I'm going to have to do. It's a win-win for me. And if anybody disagrees with it, that's okay. But for me, we keep Mitch and he plays well for us. He's healthy. It's great. Look what we did yesterday. Let's keep the continuity. Let's just keep flowing. And let's keep the talk real.
Yeah, real talk. Shot power to my brother.
We on tomorrow. Check us out for the pregame. Knicks Real Talk in the building. Thank you, Corey Lee, for coming in. Jay Chosen, as always. Salute to the family in the chat. Divine, I'll hit you up in a little bit. And let's get it.
Yeah, real talk. Listen, we on tomorrow, man. Same real time, same real channel. You already know, man. Thanks for everybody coming in. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, man, y'all gotta do that for your brothers, man. Hit that like and subscribe for your boys. Hit that like and subscribe for Knicks Real Talk. Hit that like and subscribe for your boys. Hit that like and subscribe for Knicks Real Talk. Yes, indeed, man. Y'all hit that button for your brothers, man. Listen, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, y'all see what we doing up here, man. This is for the Knicks fans. We do this for the fans, man. And we appreciate everybody coming in all the time, taking time out to listen to us, rant sometime, or have fun with it. But we be dropping truth to power, though. We die hard, love, passionate Knicks fans. So we might bring energy sometimes. We just love our team. We love basketball, and we definitely love the Knicks. You know what I mean? That's why we do this thing. But at the same time, we just got to make sure that we're not going to win every game, ladies and gentlemen. So even when we lose, man, just don't jump off the ship. Critique the game that night, get mad at the game that night, but then the next game come. Let's say we want our team to win the next one. You know what I mean? Because that's what it is. But right now, ladies and gentlemen, 31-16, I ain't mad at it. We good up in here. We good out there. The Knicks fan base is live. We lit. Stay true to the orange and blue. I thought you knew. That's what we do, man. Let's get it. I see y'all, brother, on the other side. My brother, Shot Powers, Jay Cho, lead the chat, everybody. We see y'all tomorrow, man. It should be a good game tomorrow, man. Knicks and Denver at the World Most Famous. Let's get it popping. We out, man. Peace.
Peace.
We about to hit you with the recap like Aaron Judge with a bat, because we touching on facts, and plus we up in these hats. It's Nick's Real Talk, we cut from a different cloth. We cook a Nick broth with a different sauce. We bubble like a hot pot in the kitchen. We dripping on the surface, spitting verses with these bars and b-ball. Cause no matter how far the stars, we see all like a telescope. You can tell it's dope by the way we unveil these news and notes. Check the box score, a top score, knocking down shots. Plus we got a lock for 48 minutes, putting on the clinic. The cat lieutenant, they entered the winner. The game is over. We trooping in our temples like soldiers and train the planes and Range Rover. I'm getting up and over the list. We on the BQE and we maneuvering swift. Say Tokyo, but you know we can drift. Cause the pokey be on the low, so you know our flow had to shift. We about to be out in a few. No doubt next time we see you to be on a game preview. It's Nick's Real Talk and we a vibe. We get it poppin' every day and every night. We on that Nick shit and you know we about to vibe. So let's ride. So let's ride. It's Nick's Real Talk and we a vibe. We get it poppin' every day and every night. We on that Nick shit and you know we about to vibe. So let's ride. So let's ride.